Store.com today. Use promo code WATER and save 10% off your ProPure purchase. Or call 1-888-253-3139.
InfoWarsStore.com. From this Monday to next, all of the incredible books, videos, supplements, liberty-based attire, belt buckles, Molon Labe t-shirts, organic seeds, you name it, are 10% off the already extremely low prices. We are doing this special to draw attention to the brainwashing that's taking place in the media and in the public schools and in many of the private schools and the, quote, higher levels of education. InfoWars.com is right at the tip of the spear worldwide. That's why it's essential to take advantage of this 10% off across the board special at InfoWarsStore.com. Whether it's the Made in America apparel or the Produced in America high quality supplements, it's all 10% off the already lowest price in this back to school week. History is taking place right now. By going to InfoWarsStore.com, you are literally buying war bonds in the battle to awaken humanity.
I'm David Hall, founder of Diamond Gusset, where we are proud of our 100% grown and sewn American-made jeans. Whether you're out for dinner, working on the farm, or on the road, Diamond Gusset Jeans offers a full spectrum of style and sizes for any occasion. Our loyal customers enable us to continue sponsoring Liberty Media outlets. Use promo code FREEDOM to receive a 15% discount at Gusset.com. In Liberty, David Hall, Diamond Gusset Jean Company.
Tell folks how you got introduced to Super Male, and then when Super Female came out, tell us what happened.
After I saw such a huge positive change in my husband, I had to try it for myself.
Talk about the effects.
I feel great when I wake up in the morning. I have drive to go to the gym. I feel like I look better. I feel better. I feel sexier. I love it. Even if you don't believe in supplements, take the challenge. Get a bottle of Super Male, a bottle of Super Female. Check it out for yourself. Consult your physician. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today. This is life-changing.
In the near future.
When you realize how fake it all is, the football, the basketball.
Alert. Security alert. This is Homeland Security. Analysis. InfoWars building independent media operations.
Let the worst people get controlled and tell us that we are the ones responsible.
Prime Directive. Discredit Alex Jones.
Jones is the wildly popular conspiracy theorist.
A popular conspiracy theory talk show called InfoWars.
Alex Jones is now in an Austin jail.
These people are assaulting us.
Targeting of patriots engaged.
They are never going to stop. They're never going to deviate from their program until we stop them.
Block free iPhone app at Infowars.com. Block free podcast and video feed. Imperative. Destroy Prison Planet TV.
You gotta set your eye on the enemy, not worry about what propaganda they put out. Intellectually, it's begun. You can feel it.
Coast to coast, direct from Austin. You're listening to the Alex Jones Broadcasting Network.
Crashing through the lies and disinformation. It's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Alex Jones Show. I'm David Knight here in Austin, and we're joined now by Staff Sergeant Joe Biggs and Jakari Jackson reporting from Ferguson, Missouri, where last night there were more tear gassing of protesters. They imposed a curfew. As the curfew passed, they began shooting what the AP and KMOV reported there locally, saying that there was multiple smoke canisters and at least one tear gas canister into the crowd. At least one. Well, I don't think that's what our reporters experienced there. Is that what you experienced, Joe?
Negative, David. Joe Biggs here. We're right outside of Ferguson in St. Louis, Infowars.com. Last night, I have never been so angry to go through what I went through and then come out and have everyone back there, people across America, even in Australia, Ireland, texting me, writing me, saying, hey, CNN, Fox News, all these people are saying that tear gas wasn't shot. You know, none of this stuff happened. I'm telling you right now, those guys, like sheep, sat in their little holding pens and were afraid to go out and actually report on what was really going on. Jakari, Josh, and I got out there, went on the front lines, left that little media holding area, and reported and live streamed from that area. and there was not one tear gas canister thrown. There were multiple. I would say probably up to 20 to 30. And what also the mainstream media is saying right now, too, is that gunshots were fired, and that's what incited the police officers to come and assault the protesters. That's complete and total BS. That is not it.
Well, people can see your live.
That angers me. It boils my blood. Like now, I have goosebumps. I can feel them coming up right now. I do not like this because I was sitting out there. They were shooting gas canisters at us, flashbangs going off. I heard gunshots from the police first. Then I heard gunshots from the protest side. Mm-hmm. And then I saw a guy hit the ground, and they grabbed him and picked him up and moved him out of there.
Wow.
It was complete and total chaos. And it was the same guys who were here Wednesday night when everything hit the fan. And we were told that these guys would be pulled out. They would not be put back out here on the streets again. And the state troopers left last night, David. They were pulled out, and they brought in the same thugs, the same militarized police force that was here Wednesday night, and they let them come out here and run the whole thing.
Well, let's talk about what the media is covering about this first, because we've got a report up on Infowars.com showing you guys there live, showing what happened as you guys were reporting it. You were live streaming what was going on. You were not, as you pointed out, back in the holding area. We got some video showing what the holding area was. They had most of the media was back in a covered area, back behind the police. There you can see it if you're watching this broadcast right now. They're standing there, and they're reporting that at some point they say, well, we hear some explosions further out. They're not exactly sure what's going on because they're about a mile away. So they're relying on the police to tell them what's going on. And then we have this report showing how CNN initially reported that there was tear gas, and then they walked it back when the police came up to them and said, no, it wasn't tear gas, it was smoke. And then we even have a Twitter feed from someone named Matt Ford who shows a Riot CS smoke projectile. He's got the actual picture of it, and he says CS smoke is tear gas. That's what they were shooting at people. Today, what they're saying, I hear on CNN, they're actually saying that they fired smoke, then tear gas. So CNN is shifting their story around constantly, but what you guys experienced right away was tear gas. People can see Jakari smoking and coughing and gagging on the tear gas there as he's trying to report that as you guys were live streaming.
Well, I'm going to tell you why CNN changed their story, David. And that's a little part of my on my side. When the police were chasing us in their MRAPs down the road with sniper rifle dots on us, I had to run about 5 miles out of the town, come around, and then come back to my vehicle. And that last mile that I was heading in, Dew sent me a picture, a screenshot of CNN saying that they're only shooting smoke. And I was so angry, I swear, that I had so much motivation that last mile that the only thing that was on my mind was to find that guy reporting live at CNN. And I tell you, I did this last night. I went in front of all those cameras, and I said, you're a coward. You guys are the Coward News Network. You won't even get out of this holding area, and you're lying to the American people saying that the tear gas wasn't fired. You need to go out and do your job. Go back to school and learn how to be a real journalist, because what you're doing is you're deceiving the American people. You're lying, and everything you do is crap. And everyone's looking at me like, oh, my God, you know what's going on? They actually shot tear gas. I'm like, do you see my eye swelling up? You think I'm lying? Does smoke do that? This is CS gas. David, CS gas is banned by military use in other countries. We can't use it over there. The military, I can't go to Iraq or Afghanistan and shoot CS gas on combatants at all because it's dangerous.
Like Hollow Point.
Why can our police use it on citizens in Ferguson, Missouri?
Exactly. Like Hollow Point bullets that Homeland Security has bought 2 billion of. Those are banned for use by the military because they're anti-personnel. Well, Joe, what I want to talk about is the fact that they imposed this curfew. Like you said, it was the same guys. They were going to tell everybody that they're going to now play nice and they're going to all get along with each other. And instead, they start drawing these arbitrary lines, trying to make sure that people are going to cross over those lines. When Jakari interviewed the fellow that's now in charge, that was put in charge after they took the county sheriff's department out of control there, supposedly. When he asked him what they were going to do if people violated the curfew, he wouldn't say, but there was a lady there who said, you've got a 12 o'clock curfew here, but in the surrounding communities, they put in a 10 o'clock curfew. So basically, they were kettling everybody by curfews in there. And it bothers me that they would make the First Amendment right to protest, that they would constrict that to areas, as we saw in Nevada, but they're now constricting it, of course, to time. saying that you can't protest beyond a certain time. If people are peacefully protesting, I don't think there should be a time limit on it. I don't think they should be able to cordon off areas and say, this is your First Amendment area, this is your free speech zone. That's not free speech. And when the media voluntarily does that and retires themselves back to the lines behind the police, stays within their little confined areas, we're not going to see the truth. That's why InfoWars is there with our reporters.
Well, yeah, I went and asked one of the police officers. I said, hey, where can I actually be? And he said, oh, you can be in this little spot over here in the gas station, the liquor store where Mike Brown supposedly had robbed it before he got killed. I said, okay. I said, so once the 12 o'clock curfew is set in, am I allowed to go out? They're like, no, if you go out here, you're subject to arrest. I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense. I was like, our job is to report on both sides of what's going on. So you're telling me I can't be there. And then multiple media sources came around. They were watching, filming, saying, oh, what did he just say? And he's like, are they telling you that we are limited as to what we can see? I'm like, yes. And then they were giving disinformation to CNN and Fox News and all these guys sitting over there saying, oh, we're just shooting smoke. You know, just go ahead and report on that. You know, never mind the guys out there that are screaming and throwing up in the streets and pure chaos like it's a war zone. It was crap. And over the course of the week, there were 3 different types of people there, David. There were the peaceful protesters who are mourning the loss of someone in their community. Then you had the human rights activists, the ones who said, hey, we're not going to stand up to a corrupt government. They can't tell us when we can go home. And then you had the crazy people from outside of town, the looters, the ones who were using a tragic incident as a way to unleash anger they've had pent up for years and destroy a community they cared nothing about. We walked up, we were filming a bus stop area where glass was shattered, where I had watched a live feed the night before, where 2 guys were throwing a trash can against it until it busted and collapsed. And there was a guy there from Compton. And we said, hey, what do you think about what's going on? He's like, I don't care. Let Ferguson burn. He's like, let it burn down. He's like, it's not my town. I don't care. So there are people from the outside of the community who don't care. They're the ones who are causing all the chaos out there. The people who live there, for the most part, wanted a peaceful resolution. And you get those bad apples who come out there and start throwing bottles, start throwing Molotov cocktails, and they're inciting violence by the police, helping our government say, hey, guess what? You need curfews. You need a police state. Hell, Obama. Oh, yes. We need all this. We need all this. It's ridiculous.
Yes, they use that as a beard. You know, I saw on Fox News a pretty amazing segment. You had Mike Huckabee talking about militarization of the police. Finally. I'm glad that he's finally talking about it. But as he's talking about it, Fox News starts running B-roll behind him of looters, essentially undermining everything he's saying about not being confrontational, not militarizing the police, not coming out there in army uniforms to come at people. As he's saying that, they're showing visually just the opposite to try to move that dialogue along, that we need more police. We need the police to be militarized. We have a real threat we need to be protected from. Stay with us. We're going to be right back on. I know you've got to go. I'm going to keep you for just about another 5 minutes if you can stay, Joe. Stay with us.
I'm David Hall, founder of Diamond Gusset, where we are proud of our 100% grown and sewn American-made jeans. Whether you're out for dinner, working on the farm, or on the road, Diamond Gusset Jeans offers a full spectrum of style and sizes for any occasion. Our loyal customers enable us to continue sponsoring Liberty Media outlets. Use promo code FREEDOM to receive a 15% discount at gusset.com. In Liberty, David Hall, Diamond Gusset Jean Company.
The government's Department of Homeland Security is buying up loads of ammo. At the same time, they're restricting civilians' rights to own and purchase firearms. Can you put 2 and 2 together? Infidel Body Armor can stop every round, including hollow points and .308 sniper rounds, is reasonably priced and fully legal. But for how long? Go to InfidelBodyArmor.com, spelled I-N-F-I-D-E-L, bodyarmor.com. Infidel Body Armor just won't quit.
From the water table to our soils to the atmosphere itself, our world is becoming more and more toxic each and every day. But it's not just the air outside that's toxic. Indoor air has been shown to have 2 to 5 times higher concentrations of pollutants than even outdoor air. And most Americans spend 90% of their time inside using toxic chemicals within their homes. There are more than 42 million smokers in the United States. Well over 1,000 types of mold and mildew linked to numerous conditions. And don't forget the fact that 6 million Americans live with pets they're allergic to as well. When I began to research these statistics, it was clear to me it was time to start cleansing my lungs in order to combat the toxic environment that we cannot escape, but that we can fight back against. Made with organic and wild cultivated herbs and manufactured in the USA, the new InfoWars Life Lung Cleanse is here in a convenient spray bottle